It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up, ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, the feeling you know.
Hello, Barons, and welcome back to the first BTV of 2020. It's a new year and a new us, until our resolutions fall through and we go back to our old selves. I'm Dina, and I'm here with today's announcements. Bible study is up and running on Thursdays during homeroom in C202. Now to lunch.
Hey Barons, what do you think? It's Friday here at the high school, so welcome back to all you Barons. And check it out, we got Madeline and Sarah. So what's going on, ladies?
Not much, doing homework.
Doing homework? Yeah. Any big plans for the weekend?
I have an invite at Homestead Saturday.
There you go, Barons. Go check it out. All the gymnastic gals are going to be breaking down a move, winning those trophies, right?
Yeah.
Madeline, what's up?
I'm staying inside, spending time with the fam.
Staying out of the rain, right?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
I have my white shoes on. I don't want to get them dirty.
Yeah, there you go, because we're going to get the monsoon weekend, so never. So you guys ready for lunch?
Yeah.
So hey, Barons, we're going to start things out with Oriental Bar, with fried rice and Oriental veggies. One of Mr. Allison's favorite things, and guess what? He's going to be here this afternoon at the Media Center, so all you Barons swing into the Media Center and give Mr. Allison a high five. But he always promotes the chicken patty sandwich, so the chicken patty sandwich, right? That's what he calls it for Mrs. Allison.
I don't eat school lunch.
You don't?
No.
Oh, you're missing a great thing. And then we're going to round it out with a healthy thing. We got salad bar with all fixings and breadsticks.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah.
All right. So hey, all you Barons have a great weekend. Try to stay dry, and we're definitely going to see everybody on Monday.
Hey Barons, it's Carter back with your local happenings, and you may notice that it's now sadly just Carter back with your local happenings because my friend Drew is no longer here with us. He's somewhere else in the school, but not here. So I'm going to start things off with some news in Indiana. First off, in Indianapolis, in the Indiana Pacers, the star player Victor Oladipo announces that he's going to be returning to play after an injury on January 29th. So that's exciting if you're a Pacers fan. And next, a man in Wabash County was found dead after falling into a grain bin. And if you don't know what a grain bin is, it's one of those big silver cylindrical bin things that hold grain. If you drive through the country ever, you'll see them. And now for some world news covering the whole World War III Iranian conflict and things and such. So here's just a quick update on some recent happenings there. The Pentagon late Tuesday confirmed Iran had fired more than a dozen ballistic missiles from its territory at 2 U.S. military installations in Iraq. It was not immediately clear whether the strike caused any casualties, and the strike began roughly 5:30 p.m. on Monday, and the Pentagon spokesman Jonathan Hoffman sent an emailed statement to the U.S. News which stated, "It is clear that these missiles were launched from Iran and targeted at least 2 Iraqi military bases hosting U.S. military and coalition personnel at Al-Assad and Erbil." Hoffman said, citing a massive U.S. airbase roughly 100 miles from Baghdad in the largely Sunni Muslim district of Anbar, as well as the capital of the Kurdish region in northern Iraq, where the U.S. maintains a consulate. So that's just a quick update on an Iranian strike towards the U.S., but as of late, I believe that these conflicts have been resolved up to that incident, but I'll see you next week with probably some more news regarding this for you. So, once again, I'm Carter. See you next week.
Baseball will resume winter weights and open gym next week on Tuesday, January 14th. Schedules can be found on the DeKalb High School Athletics page under Baseball. Now to sports.
Hey Barons, welcome to sports. Tonight, we got a girls basketball game at New Haven. Varsity only starts at 7. Go to that and support. On Saturday, we got a boys basketball game at home. We got to all come out and get hyped, get a big student section. I'd like to see you there. Gymnastics has a meet at Homestead at 10 a.m. You got pep band at New Haven, and another at New Haven wrestling invite, which is crazy, a lot of stuff in New Haven. And then there's a JV invite at Northfield, starting at 9 a.m. for wrestling. So we'd like to see you come out and support this weekend, Barons. Happy Friday.
Let's check the weather.
Hello, DeKalb Barons. Welcome back to DeKalb High School and another decade of BTV. I'm on soon with your very simple weather forecast. In very simple terms, Friday and Saturday are going to have highs in the 40s and plenty of rain. We could see anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain, just kind of depends on where you're at, which is why you've seen all the flood warnings and whatnot. And a little bit more specific about Saturday. Saturday will hit a high temperature at probably about 2 in the morning, and it'll drop throughout the day, and it'll rain throughout the day as well. And then rain should stop around midnight Saturday night, and we should have a sunny Sunday, but a cold Sunday with highs right around 34. And it looks like our next week's weather looking pretty good as well. Just a little bit cold at the end of the week, it looks like. So back to January in Indiana instead of whatever we've had lately. So I'm on soon with your weather, and have a great Friday and great weekend, and stay dry.
And now to Big Al and his alumni interviews.
Welcome back, Baron Nation, to this special broadcast. Today I'm with a DeKalb grad, BTV alumni, and former member of the tennis team, one of my former teammates, one of our tennis brothers from back in the day, Jared Reedaboo. Now, Jared, you have been out of the BTV system for about 3 years now. How does it feel coming out of your BTV retirement?
I've had a lot of time to mentally prep for this. I remember I had a full 1 year under my belt at BTV, and yeah, it feels good to be back.
There we go. So for those that may not know you, Jared, not as closely as that I did back in the day, but can you remind us of the year that you were in it?
The year I was in it, I was a sophomore, so I didn't get as big of a role, but probably about 3 or 4 of my friends and I would just crank out 1 or 2 ridiculous, useless sketches a week, and yeah, I'd say that was my stamp on BTV.
Yeah, so the 2015-16 era-ish, you know, we've been kind of looking back as the BTV community of like, it's not kind of now considered a golden age, because like back in the day, Mr. Rum, it was like more exclusive, it was more selective students of like who did this and that, and you were kind of, your career overlapped that. Was that really what it was? Was it really golden?
I would say golden might have been just behind me with the likes of Mitch LaRue, and I heard a lot about Mitch Fee too. Those are names that probably none of you guys know, but yeah, I wouldn't give myself that much credit, but those were good years. They were good.
Yeah, you know, it must be something. How do you feel about Chase and Jack and their interviews or post-interviews mentioning your name to be on this show?
I remember Jack and Chase were great role models for all of us. They worked a lot harder and did a lot better than the kids in my class did, but yeah, they were great members to BTV. Probably all-time legends, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, Jared, you graduated in 2018, so it's been about a year plus. What are you up to now?
Nowadays, I'm studying actuarial science and applied statistics at Purdue University, so a lot of numbers. And I also, this fall, just got a job with the baseball team doing data collection and analysis. And pretty much I spend my time just hunting for internships, because that's what everyone's afraid of. And that is my tip. Don't be afraid to just hunt and hunt and hunt and fill out your resume all the time, because that's what's going to happen when you're this age. But yeah, it's been great.
Been a heck of a ride, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So something that I usually ask now is, so how has BTV helped you throughout your career? For the 1 year that you're in it, is there anything that you picked up from that 1 year, your sophomore year?
I would definitely say it helped me kind of branch out and become more comfortable in situations, because in college there's pretty much no comfort bubble. Like you're pretty out there, and BTV definitely helped me get more comfortable with speaking out and talking in front of people, because I remember I would watch the news the day after I'd be on it or something like that, and I would be horribly embarrassed. But it definitely built good character and getting comfortable and speaking out. So it was great. It was good.
Sure. Now, is there any advice that you would give to those that are watching or thinking about BTV or something that if they want to up their game, is there anything, the wise words of Jared Reed, what would you say to them?
Do what makes you uncomfortable in a good way that you would know, but just always like push yourself to do something that you're not sure of, because that's where you end up in the places that you should be, or the places that you didn't even know like that you could imagine you could end up being in, because you always end up where you should be, but if you take charge sometimes you'll do better than you think you can.
There you go, the wise words right there. Thank you, Jared. Now, Jared, is there any final shout-outs that you would like to give anywhere out in the DeKalb community?
I'd love to give a huge shout-out to Seth Gramling. I know he's red-faced right now sitting in class, but when his older brother went off to college, he kept my head up in study hall senior year. I really appreciated that. So, yeah, go Seth.
Yeah, shout out to you, Seth, fellow classmate, class of 2020. Let's go. You know what? That's all I got for now. Jared, I'd like to say personally thank you for the contributions that you made to the BTV program. That 1 year you were in it, kind of the tail end of the quote-unquote golden age, setting the example of a high-quality BTV model. Just thank you for that, Jared.
Well, thank you, Alex, for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Great tea.
There we go, great tea. You saw it right here, Barons. That's all I got for now. And we will see you on the next one.
That's all for today, Barons. Have a wonderful Monday.